Hey, how you doing? So we're getting ready to do some mowing today. Generally we have a lot to mow. Right now we have probably about 8 acres, 7-8 acres that we're mowing, and we generally have 5 more acres than that. And what we do is we mow down over across the creek generally, but because of the flood there's so much rock and everything and debris and everything else that's gotten up that we can't even mow that area. We're going to have to brush hog it this year, either that or a local neighbor's going to bale it for hay. So we'll have to get that cleaned up again, and so that we can start mowing that over there. But now it'll take us probably a couple hours to mow this. But we're actually using we've got our grasshoppers. We've got Grasshopper diesel mowers. I'm using a 721. I'm using a 721 here with the Gemini 2 transmissions in it. So it's got a 21 horsepower Kubota diesel engine. And the extra muddy one over here is Tanya's. And she's got a 321D mid-mount Grasshopper with 21 horsepower Kubota. And they both have the 61-inch decks on them. So these are what we've been using. This one is a 1999 model. It goes to show you that if you take care of them, they will last. So that's the main thing, is keeping maintenance up on these things and replacing parts that need to be replaced. About every other year, I take it into our dealer, and what he does is he goes over it from one end to the other, and he makes sure that everything's good on it for us. And then same thing with the 321. This 321 is a 2004 model. So it being 2022 now, so it kind of tells you how things are running. So this one has 1,253 hours on it, and the 321 has a bunch of mud on it, 568 hours on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the Commander, and we're going to show you the area that we generally mow over across. It's down over across the creek. We'll kind of give you a quick view of it and show you what we can't mow now, thanks to all the flooding that we had. There is one thing about it: it could have been a lot worse than what it was. So we're thankful and blessed that it wasn't as bad as it really could have been around here. So let's go on and let's take off and let's take a look. This area over here is where we usually mow also, that we're going over to, and we can't mow any of it, like I said, because all the debris and rock and everything else that's came across. So let's go over here and we'll just kind of show you a quick view of the area and drive around. Mowing all in this area right here, all into the trees, everything going up over there. So this area was all mowed, and you can see all the rock that's come through right down here. Look at this tree that's down in here. It just totally destroyed bottom part of the house, so it's kind of nice to have a view on all this area out there. Look at this rock. See some of the size of some of these rocks and stuff. But look at this. Man, this place is bad. That's about 1.5 feet of rock right there. Right in front of us there. But see, we used to mow all of this. And now we're probably just going to let the neighbor go on ahead and bale it for hay. See, this is the big part all out here. And there was rock and everything else all through here. As we go through, you'll see rock. So it's something we didn't want to bring the mowers into. But you can see a little bit of the rock right over here. Maybe. I'm hoping. Rock streams all across here and right over here, in front of us here, and it's just all over out here. So one time this whole thing down through here, this was all underwater out here. But yeah, so we aren't cutting all this, so this is about probably between 3.5 to 5 acres that we aren't mowing down here. Just in case you're wondering, no, we don't take the mowers through the water. We take them around the road, around and out the front gate, and back around over here and come in. So
over the low water bridge.
Yeah, over the low water bridge and all. Okay, so we've got to take and do the, every third time we basically grease these mowers. So about every 3 weeks we grease the mowers. So I wanted to show you a little application. I don't know if you can see it there very well. It's called Tractor Pal. What this does is it allows me to keep track of all the equipment. So like say the 721 D2, which is the one I use, it has engine oil, air filter. It tells you when it was done, everything else. And this way it keeps track of everything. So I'm getting ready to grease it. I went on ahead and recorded it at 1255.1 hours. I recorded that I'm getting ready to grease it right now. And so it's a nice app. It tells me when the air filters, it's when engine oil, when fuel filters, hydraulic filters, and everything else. I have it for everything that, we have, like the Kubota B2601. It shows when the engine oil was changed. When I did the 50-hour service, was actually at 48.5. I ended up changing out the hydraulic fluid same time and the filters. So it's just cheaper to go on ahead and do that at the same time. But that's a little program called Tractor Pal.
And they're not a sponsor.
Yes.
It's a really good tool to have just to keep things tracked. But no,
Right.
They're not a sponsor.
No, they're not a sponsor of anything. So, but it's just what I use to keep track of all the equipment, when the oil was changed, when it was basically greased and everything else. So need to go on ahead and grease the 721. The 721 has more grease points than what the 321 does. Sorry, I'm sitting here sweating like you wouldn't believe.
Say that again.
I said, sorry, I'm sweating.
No, the what?
I said the 721 has more grease points than what the 321 does. And there's 2 different greases that I generally use. I use a JT High Performance. It's put out by Mystic Oil. And then I also use the Lucas Oil Red and Tacky. The one that seems to work the best is the grease, the high temp grease that's put out by Mystic Oil. It seems to work great. I can tell when I use the Lucas Red and Tacky on this, the bearings tend to be a little bit more noisy. So, but I'm going to go on ahead and do this in a hurry. Well, if you don't have one of these LockNLubes, I love them. They can just be a pain at times to get hooked. Make sure it's on. Okay. Before I do the rest on these, I'm going to put this platform back on. Because in order for me to grease the pillow block on the PTO shaft down there, I'm going to have to lay on top of this thing. So, all right. Now with these pillow blocks, you aren't supposed to put much in it. About like that. Okay. I was trying to find all these. There it is right there. Oops. Didn't end up going into it. There it goes. Yeah, that's what my pants are used for wiping grapes. All right, another PTO shaft. Like I said, I apologize. I'm sweating like crazy. Yep, you don't want to put too much on that one. That's all it is for that one. Now let's go over and do this. 321. Trying to get those spindle bearings. Kind of fun. Oh, it's coming out on this side. Did you see all that? Okay, that's basically it. So these two, I know this one's a mess. Well, Tawny got stuck in mud. So with all the rain that we've had, here probably after the next one we'll take and we're gonna pressure wash both these off along with the tractors and stuff. So, well, thanks for hanging out. Hope you learned something. I know I did every time. Thank you.